Hey folks, this is Vent with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly review Railroad Ink Challenge. So this is the digital adaptation, well, I guess I should say partial digital adaptation of the popular roll and write tabletop game. Now, I will note that I do not own the tabletop game, so I have no way to compare the two. I do know, based on what I've read, that some people are upset that this game doesn't offer as much as the actual tabletop game. Whether or not that's true, I simply don't know. My goal today is to show you what the digital version is like so you can decide whether or not you want to pick it up for yourself. So the game is normally $8, but it's 45% off until May 30th. There's also two expansions, the Forest expansion and the Desert expansion. I cannot comment on those. I picked them up in a bundle. It was nice and cheap. Got them all for like $8, something like that. And I have not played the Forest or the Desert yet, but it is available once you buy them, obviously. So this game does feature single player and asynchronous online. And asynchronous, according to the Steam store page here, meaning you can play an entire game, okay, and then you can send a challenge to a friend, and they will have to work off the same goals and the map and the dice that you got. So you don't have to wait for each other to take turns. You just play a full game, and then you challenge someone, and then they get what you had, and then they try to beat your score or whatever. So that's kind of cool. I like that. But it's worth mentioning that I have not tried that either, because you have to actually log in to the, I think it's Horrible Guild that made this particular game. I don't have an account with them. I have not made one. My goal was just, do I like the gameplay? Would I buy the board game if it were available to me? That's what I mainly wanted to see out of this. Upper right-hand corner of the game, there's resolution, windowed mode, VSync, sound effects, music. Battery saving mode. I have to wonder about that. I mean, this must be on it I wonder if this is like a mobile port to the PC after the fact. Speed ×2, skip dice animation, and so on. You can also change the background if you want. Again, I own the different expansions, so you can just toggle between them as you see fit. I like the blue. So there's score attack, there's my challenges, and there's daily challenge. Now the score attack, I'm trying to figure out what the difference is between the score attack and daily challenge. My guess is that daily challenge is just a random scenario every day, whereas score attack is a random thing every time you play. I don't know why you would need two of them. You can log in your personal best, I guess, and compare that with leaderboards, assuming that you've decided to go online with this thing. I have not, but there is a tutorial down here should you want to mess with that. There's also a rule book. If I hit, dot. There's a rulebook here, and the game will sort of explain how to play the game. Oh, jumped out of that too quickly. You can see how to play the game from here. It's about 3 pages long, and I highly recommend checking this out first. By extension, this is a roll and write game, so it's not fairly difficult, but there are a couple of mechanics that confused me at first. So I had to go back in here and be like, okay, what does this mean? Why am I doing this? Okay. So, also, I've only played this a couple of times, so I'm not the best at it. So anyway, let's just jump into, say, my challenges. Now, my challenges is a way to customize your game and to challenge others. So I'm going to go ahead and just click New Game Plus. And I have access to, because I've bought the entire package, the challenge mode, the classic mode, the forest, and the desert. Like I said, I can't comment on these two. I assume they add other mechanics to the game that I simply don't know about yet. Here's some information should you want to just pause the video and read about that. And then here's some information about the desert stuff. So you'll see that there's different colored dice. And there's even a rulebook little thing down there, which is nice. So I like that. The classic game does not include goals to shoot for. It's more of just a simpler version of the game. Highly recommend checking that out first. But just for funsies, I will show you part of the Ink Challenge mode, which lets you select goals that you have to try and complete in addition to playing the game. So it's a bit more difficult. You can click on this and select 3 goals as you see fit. For example, this full row or column. So as long as you draw everything, just draw a column or row across the board, that will complete that objective. Now, each objective or challenge has a time limit. If you complete the challenge within the time limit, you score the full points, but if you don't, then you get like 1 point. So you are timed on some of these too. So again, if you don't want to mess with any of that, just come to classic. Either way, you get to select a board. So I'm going to come down here, click on that, and you'll note that there's a number of different boards to choose between. It's not a randomized setup, it's just you pick between different boards. Some have mountains. I don't know what they are yet. I haven't really messed with that. I've been sticking to the challenging classic maps just to get my feet wet with that. I can also toggle mountains on or off if I want to. So now I'm only showing the maps that don't have mountains on them. So we'll just stick with that. And again, we'll just briefly show you a couple of turns. The game itself is played over 7 turns. And on each turn, you're going to roll some dice. And you're going to try and create a village, I guess. But all you have access to are roads. Your goal really is to connect as many roads and railroads as possible without them leading off to nowhere or going off the board or running into another tile where it doesn't connect correctly. It's a logistics problem, a puzzle. It really is. In the challenge mode, there are different icons on the map, like this blue house or this orange library or university, this black factory. These are special spaces that activate whenever you put a tile on them. I believe the blue one gives you extra points. The orange one gives you access to more special tiles, which I'll get into in a minute. And the black factory lets you reuse a tile that you've already played that turn. So in essence, you can play 5 instead of 4. So getting to the right side of the screen, I rolled 4 dice in the upper right corner. It says turn 1. And again, there's 7 turns in the game. So my goal really is to connect as much as possible. I have these 4 dice to work with. I also have 6 special dice on the bottom right-hand corner. I can, throughout the game, use a total of 3 of them. Unless I get 3 universities, activate 3 universities, and then I can activate a 4th one. You can only use one of these special tiles once per turn, and like I said, there is a maximum of 3 that you can have. But as you use these universities, you can start using these special tiles as well. So, in addition to the 3 that you would normally get. So, let's just show you that. So, my goals on the very top, I'm going to click on one of them. So my goal here is Highway 6. Draw a highway with a length of at least 6 spaces. So I need a road connection of 6 tiles long. One of my objectives is 3 connected exits, which is just connect the same roadway or railway to 3 different exits. And every spot on the outside is an exit on the perimeter of this board here. And there's also this circular path. Create a circular path that starts and ends at the same point. Don't know if I'll ever be able to do that, but, so it goes. Down here, if you go down further, you can actually see your scores, like network, central spaces, longest highway. You'll be scored for various aspects of the game. And then you'll also be penalized for any errors that you make, meaning, roads leading to nowhere, running into things that shouldn't, that kind of thing. And then these are the different dice that you'll see, the different dice faces on the right side. So let's jump back to, let's close that out. Okay. So again, we're trying to connect stuff. We want one that goes straight across. I think we have 3 turns to do it in. That's what that little number 3 is. If we do it in 3 turns, then we get 4 points. Otherwise, it's 1 point if we do it after turn 3. So I'm going to try and focus on going straight across if I can. Whether or not that's going to work, I don't know. So let's do, I don't know, maybe if we go along the outside with a road. I don't have any straight pieces, unfortunately. So I'm going to try and do like a straight one down this way, connect to this one, and that way it runs through this factory and runs to this university. Try that anyway. And then we've got this railroad. Railroads I'm not too concerned about, but, I don't have a whole lot of choice. You do something like that. You can click on a tile to rotate it. I do like the fact that as you place things, the upper left-hand, or the upper part of the screen will tell you what your new score will be if you place it there. So, there's not a whole lot of change because this is the early onset of the game. But maybe I'll do something like this, and that way maybe I can interact with this Actually, I kind of want that factory there. So maybe I'll do something like that. Maybe come down this way, but then again, I do need to connect 6 of them in a row. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, if I can keep going with it and connect here, that would satisfy the 3 things that I need, correct? Let's see. Scroll back. 3 connected exits. So if I can try and just focus on connecting this road to this one down here, and then maybe work on my railroads up here. It depends on your challenges too. Some challenges, force you to fill in the center board. By the way, by filling in center boards, that also counts toward, like, central spaces is one of the scoring aspects. If you just, on the right-hand side of the screen there, pause if you want to see that in greater detail. But by filling in central spaces, you actually score points that way too. So I guess we'll just do something like this for the time being, just to keep the video moving. And then maybe I'll do something like that. Now, I've landed on a factory, which means now I can click on this to duplicate any of these tiles here. Let me put this one down. Oop, did not want to do. Yeah, put this back. I like that you can freely put things back and forth as you see fit. This is an end, meaning, so if I do something like this, right, that will end the track, and now a road will start. But I would need a really special kind of tile to make this work. Maybe a T or something. But I'm trying to focus my efforts down here, so I really don't know if I want to do that. I could do... That's kind of stupid. Maybe... I don't know. I kind of like that. That way I can get the university going there as well. So we'll hit confirm. And then let's go ahead and use this factory. What are we going to want to use? Let's go ahead and put down this railroad, maybe. I hate the fact that there's another point. Now I've got to worry about this here. I have to close that off at some point. I don't like that. But I have to wonder if that exit, that's -5. Okay. It's not bad. All right, we'll do that. I don't know if covering an exit is actually a bad thing, but we'll go ahead and just do that. Sure, I guess we'll end turn. Okay. So now we're on turn 2, and we're going to try and get more stuff. I'm going to have to use these special tiles, I think, to get this moving, because this is pitiful. All right, so we're going to do something like this. That activates this factory, which is great. I'm going to reactivate this factory, I think, and get that going, like so. Fine. No, not what I wanted. There we go. Put that there. You know what? This isn't... This is a road... I wouldn't mind doing that, but then this road is kind of just sitting out there doing nothing. No connection. Now, you'll note that there's a little red X to the left of this tile that I'm about to place. That is an error for sure, because there's no way to fix that. But I want to keep going with this, so I might do something like this. Whether or not this is a good play, again, we'll just roll with it. Maybe something like that, or maybe let's get that connected. Okay. So now we're actually starting to connect towns. Should I do that and go straight with it this way, or do I give myself room? See, with this, I don't have any closed... I only have one way to go. If I do this, I have to worry about going down and to the right. So I don't want to create too many open things. So maybe we'll stick with that for now. And then we've got this straight track here, which we can maybe work our way toward over here. That could work. Okay. Not bad. I want to use a special tile to get the ball rolling over here. Unfortunately, this isn't the greatest. That would close that. I think that's what, a junction. I'm not sure if that would close that off or not, to be honest with you. I don't think it would. But that would give me another university to play around with. Alright, let's do it and see what happens. And I think we'll hit end turn. Alright, we're on turn 3. If we can somehow get to the other side of... I don't think we're going to get it, to be honest. We're just not drawing enough tiles. But there we go. So now we connected a road path here. So we'll do something like that. I could also do that up here and forego Yeah, see, according to this turn 3, yeah, I don't think we're going to get that. I could start now. Let's just continue this. Fine. I'm very indecisive. This, we could do something like that and just close that off and be done with it. That could be very useful. Or do we put that down here to try and prepare for this? And then I could create something like that and try and get these connected later with straights. That could work. I still have this, so I could close that off there if I wanted to, or I can continue rolling with it. No pun intended. I could close that off, but again, I get points for central tiles, so I kind of want to do that. I also want to create a loop, according to this, but I don't think I'm gonna. I don't think that's gonna happen either, to be honest with you. All right, I actually completed every challenge in the last game I played. This game is not. It's not doing too well. There's a lot of RNG in the dice that you roll in this. I have to place this somewhere, so that would be bad. Let's do a junction there, maybe. I don't think it's. Yeah, that'll close that off. Fine. And I still have this one to do. So I could go down that way with it. That way, maybe get into the house and then go to the right. And I think we'll confirm all of that. All right, we're on turn 4. Okay, now you'll note that this turn, this goal up here that had the 3 above it is now a 0 out of 1. That means that I've taken too long to complete that. But I will still get 1 point if I do complete it. So let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what I should have done? I probably should have put a tile here, and that would have completed it. But yeah, so it goes. Okay, well, now I get all the roads. Would you believe it? So that's great, and that's great, and that would have been great there. But let's do something like we need a loop. How's that gonna work? Maybe if I loop it around the center somehow, that could work. I could do something like this, right, with a special tile, and just try and create a loop. But I think it has to be a complete loop. Maybe we'll hold on to a special tile for now. Tough decisions, tough decisions. See, if I do that, then I have to go right and left and somehow close those off. I'd have to maybe make a loop here somehow. And then I've got this railroad. I guess we'll do something like this, but again, this road now becomes an eyesore. So we want to put something like that there and figure out what to do about this road at some point. All right, so I guess we'll confirm that. I said I wasn't going to take you through an entire game, but we may very well do that. Just because I'm having a lot of fun with this. Okay, so this is an overpass die here. We've used all of our special dice, but if we can get this university going, that would be awesome. This is not bad. Maybe we can loop that around somehow. Yeah, so now we've got 3 universities. So now we have the ability to call in another one if we wanted to. None of them are curved, though. I want to get this taken care of if I can, and none of these do that for me. So maybe if I choose this one here, there we go. So now I've connected. This isn't bad. If I did something like this, and maybe this road can connect here, I don't know. We'll have to see. Okay. Then there's this one. Yeah, I don't like any of these. That's a bad one there. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work. I've also got this road here that's. Well, I'm wondering, can I rotate? Okay, let's do this. Maybe somehow I can curve a railroad this way and then straight. And then figure out some way to connect these 2 roads or bring them down here. I don't know. Okay, so we've got this, right? and we've got an overpass, but that's not going to work there. I mean, it would help my railroads, but not my roads. There are some times you just have to accept the fact that you're going to have to take some negative points, because we're on turn 5 right now. It looks like we've completed a loop. Where did we complete this loop? Somehow. It says we completed one. I wish it would tell me where I completed it. It says networks, yeah, this one here. Scroll up. Yeah, somehow it says +4 up there. I wonder if that's something I did? What if I moved it? Oh, so this here completes the loop. How, I don't know. Oh, well, I wonder, well, I mean, we've got, yeah, I don't know how. I don't know how that completes a loop, but I may do it. Oh, it's not. Oh, okay, fine. And then I'll just confirm that. We're going to take the hit there. Sometimes you just got to do it. But hey, that's 4 points. I wonder if the loop, it doesn't matter if it's a road or rail. It could be either or. I wonder if that's what this is. This is a loop here, right? So maybe it's not, it doesn't have to be road and rail. Maybe, maybe it could be a combination of the two, if I had to guess. Well, that works for me. So I've completed this goal and this goal and this goal, just didn't do the third one in time. So now we're on turn 6, and I want to complete this, so this is going to be a no-brainer. We're going to put something like that there. Even if that exposes us down here, I want to try and get these roads situated. Of course, we have a straight piece. It's the last thing we need is a straight piece. Let's do something like that. And put a road that way, or do we... That's just disgusting there. All of my railroads are kind of locked in now. I'd have to, I'll just keep going with that there. That doesn't really do a whole lot for me. That's the bad thing. And then this one here is just a continuation. What if I have to do this. I'm going to try and reach this university, maybe. Or maybe this factory down here. Or better yet, let's bring that back, first off. What if we go the other way with it? We can get some points by going to the left, or to the right, rather. So if we did something like this, there we go. So we're filling in central spaces now on the board and earning points in doing so. I think that's a better thing. All right, so we'll confirm that. End turn. Railway Master achievement. Look at that. Not too shabby turn. This is the last turn of the game. Can I connect stuff in the middle? I very much doubt it. This nasty looking thing here. And again, these are dice rolls, so it's RNG. You never know what you're going to get. This is an awful, 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 awful piece. It doesn't fit anywhere. You've got this one, which also does not really fit very well for me. I could do something like that, I suppose. I can end a road somewhere. Maybe if I put this here in... Well, actually, if I did that, I could copy it. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. What if I did this and connected... I need that factory. What if I did... No. Ugh. If I did that... That's going to mess that up. And if I copy that T... Okay, I was hoping to use a bunch of T's down here, but I don't think that's going to work. Alright, let's return that. No, I said return that. As few errors as possible, huh? I want to connect these houses if I can. Would this work? No. What about that, and then a road down here? That would be an extra 2 points. Not bad. Unfortunately, we're not... We have no way of connecting this to this to complete this. That's unfortunate. No other exits, really, in sight. So... For the sake of the video, we'll end it there. Let's go ahead and hit confirm. I don't think this is going to be the best play, but again, well, what if I did this first? What if I ended it and then copied this and then just, there we go. That way we got a few more, oh, maybe not. I don't think that really did anything. Oh, I closed off a road. So maybe I saved the point by doing that. What if I, how many points would I get if I, see, now I'm connecting this here to this path. So that's 4, 1, and 1 is 6. That's 6 points for that play. Whereas this one, that might be significant. Because before we did something like this, and then down here that was, yeah, it's not worth it. I'm thinking we put this one, I did say I was going to just decide, didn't I? But now we've got this blue house, whatever, connected. So let's, this does cause an issue here, obviously. But we can do that, use the factory, and maybe fill in this road here, close it off, and we still wouldn't be able to, we would need 2 rail tiles to get down here, and we don't have it. I could duplicate 1, but not 2. Okay, I guess, again, for the sake of the video, we'll end that there, hit confirm, and end turn. Lots of empty spaces, unfortunately, but let's see how we did. Networks, not too bad. Central spaces, got a couple. Longest highway, nice. Longest railway, got some villages in there. Got some errors, but that's okay. 57, I think I did better this time than the last time. Yeah, Railroad Master Achievement. And then also Unity, whatever that is. So, yeah, 57, not too bad, I guess. But I'm going to go ahead and quit to menu. Quick edit. So, I completely forgot that I was supposed to actually review this. I played the game, and I enjoyed it so much, I forgot to actually provide my opinion, but, so it goes. I'm old. Anyway, so what did I think of Railroad Ink Challenge? Well, first off, like I said, I have no experience with the actual tabletop game. One of the things I didn't like about Railroad Ink Challenge is that there's no dice manipulation. What you roll is what you get. And I really enjoy playing games that let me change a dice face to something else, add a pip, subtract a pip. I don't like RNG, and this game is full of it. So you could try and puzzle out the best town, but if the dice aren't nice to you, then your score is going to be, somewhat crap, and I don't like that. I do like the fact, however, that even though, it's a very simple game, there's a lot to it. It's still very puzzly. I like the challenges in the challenge mode, where you have extra goals that you're working toward, or you can just take it easy, play it casual, and play on a more simpler board without those extra power-ups, so to speak. Or without the goals for that matter. And the way the RNG is in this game, it's like no city that you create will be the same every time. So there's a lot of replayability here. So even though there's a lot of RNG, that also creates a lot of replayability because it's no 2 games will ever be the same. And you can't manipulate them to be the same just because there's no way to manipulate the dice. Unless you get really lucky. And I like the fact that there's different maps to play on, and I look forward to checking out the different expansions as I have time. There's no AI in this game. That's the other issue I have. There's no bot to play against, and there's obviously, I like to play against like easy AI bots to get myself familiar with the game. Watch them do things so that I can create my strategy, sort of, and figure out how the game works. Here, I'm forced to do that on my own. So I don't like the fact that there's no AI. Yes, there's, you can compare your score with others on the leaderboards. Yes, you can directly challenge others with asynchronous play, meaning you play a game and you don't have to be online with them. You just play it and then they play the game at some point and then you compare scores. I like that, but at the same time, I feel like this game could have had more to it. It just doesn't. But for the price tag, typically digital games are cheaper than the tabletop version. So I think this is a good one to get into. I would recommend this, but there may be some folks out there that are like, no, I've played the tabletop game. It offers a lot more. Play that instead. Or play the game on Tabletopia or whatever other platform there may be. I don't know. I can only comment on this particular Steam version. I would say grab it while it's on a sale. It's actually quite good. It's a nice little solitaire game. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to me on Twitch and YouTube. That way you can stay up to date with any new content I happen to publish. This is Vince. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.